Hi everyone, my name is Nisa Nabila. My student ID is 2024960171. So for this video, I will be exploring a topic that not only relevant to our HR field, but also essential for the future of inclusive workplace in Malaysia. So before we start, we need to know that in today's multicultural work environment, diversity and inclusion or D&I has become more than just a trend. It is a business necessity. But the question is, how effective is D&I training in actually changing behavior, improving communication, and building a culture of respect at work? So, the topic that I have chosen for this assignment is titled Improving Diversity and Inclusion Training in a Malaysia Organization, Challenge and Strategic Solutions. So, this presentation will explore the common issue faced in delivering D&I training and practical strategy to overcome them. To support this discussion, I will be referring to a journal article 2025 by Kun Zhao, Wing Si, Nicholas Faulkner, and Liam Smith, published in the Equality, Diversity and Inclusion Journal. So the article is a systematic meta-review of 37 studies, and it provides strong evidence on what works and what doesn't when it comes to D&I intervention in the workplace. So the authors emphasize that D&I training alone is not enough. For real change, organizations need leadership commitment, culturally relevant training, and long-term strategy. So these findings are highly relevant to a Malaysian organization where D&I effort often face resistance or lack proper structure. So these are the key challenges highlighted in the article. So the first one is that diversity training often results in a short-term improvement in knowledge or awareness, but fails to bring about long-lasting changes in employee behavior. So this is particularly relevant in Malaysia where diversity training is may be treated as a one-off workshop rather than on an ongoing learning process. So another major challenge is the resistance among employees. So in some workplace, employee feels uncomfortable or defensive when participating in D&I training. So they may perceive it as a forced or unnecessary, especially if the organizations fail to explain the purpose and benefit clearly. So this emotional resistance can greatly reduce the effectiveness of the training. So the third one, D&I training in many organizations is not aligned with the broader organizational strategy. So it is often treated as a compliance or public relation activity rather than being integrated into the company's mission, values, and everyday operation. So without leadership support or policy backing, these efforts tend to lose momentum. And the last one, the lack of proper evaluation tools also poses a problem. So many companies do not measure the effectiveness of their D&I training, so making it difficult to assess impact, improve content, or demonstrate value to stakeholders. Here are the key findings. From this journal article, the authors found that leadership involvement enhanced employee buy-in. So when top executives participate in the training and model inclusive behavior, employees are more likely to follow. Hence, it is important to have a leadership involvement. Next, behavior-focused training leads to more sustainable change. The training should not only focus on knowledge sharing, but also target behavioral change. This requires engaging employees in active discussion, reflection, and real-life role-playing scenario. Another key finding is the value of customizing the training content. For example, using scenario that reflect the Malaysian context, such as inter-ethnic communication or religious sensitivity, makes the training more relevant and effective. This localization increase employee engagement and enhance learning outcome. The last one, the article stresses the need for multi-level intervention. D&I effort should be supported through recruitment policy, performance management, and employee support program. A one-size-fits-all approach does not work. Organizations must adopt a tailored strategy that fits their unique workforce demographic and business goals. Now, let's look at how we can overcome this challenge in diversity and inclusion training. Firstly, leadership support is crucial. When leaders actively take part and promote D&I, it shows employees that the organization truly value inclusion, not just on paper, but in practice. Next, we need to make training relevant to the Malaysian context. This means using local examples, language, and addressing cultural dynamics that reflect our diverse society. So when people see themselves in the content, they are more likely to engage. Another important step is to keep learning ongoing. Instead of one-time sessions, D&I training should be part of a continuous learning journey with a regular follow-ups, refreshes, and practical application. Besides, evaluate the training regularly. Collect feedback through surveys or focus groups to see what's working and what's need to improve. This help keep the training effective over time. Lastly, align with inclusive policy. Organizations need to ensure D&I training is supported by HR practice like fair hiring, promotion, and conflict resolution. So when policy reflect what top, employees take it more seriously. So that's all for suggested strategy. The conclusion, diversity and inclusion training is a very important in Malaysia, but there is still room for improvement. Many companies face challenges like employee resistance and unclear strategy, but this issue can be managed by following the recommendation from the journal like getting leadership support, tailoring training to the local culture, and tracking progress. Organization can build truly inclusive workplace where everyone feel respected and valued. So that's all from me. Thank you.